Welcome, all you beautiful souls, to your weekly energy update. And we're going to be looking at the week of June 26th through July 3rd. Has some interesting things that are happening this week astrologically, actually starting on the 26th all the way up to like July 1st. The god of war, Mars, is going to be having this interesting kind of energetic dance with Pluto. So you got the god of war and Pluto, which is kind of the destroyer of things. It's like the challenging kind of energy of that planet. And they're both going to be interacting with each other during those 4 or 5 days. So really be aware that there's going to be some it's almost like you can smell gas in the air, and you're like, don't light any matches because it's going to go boom. So just walk gently with others and just kind of carefully walk around. Don't have to walk on eggshells, but just be aware on, do I need to say things that way, or do I need to say that at all? And wait for this week to kind of go by before you bring up any kind of volatile subjects. Because we also have on June 28th the new moon in Cancer. Cancer is a very emotional, energy. It is attached to the moon. So, because Cancer is ruled by the moon, so you've got all this strong emotional energy that is happening. Not so much like a full moon, but a new moon is about new things, new emotions coming in. So you've got that mother, that nurturing energy, that emotional energy that's interacting as well, starting on June 28th, planting new seeds for new emotions, new ways of looking at things too. We also have the Neptune, planet of Neptune, on June 28th, the same day as the new moon, going fully retrograde. We've been in the pre-shadow of it since March 22nd. So you've already started to feel this energy of the Neptune retrograde, which is about like the stripping away of illusions or any kind of realities or any kind of small t truths that could have clouded our vision and keeping us from having clarity. So as this started in March 22nd, like some beliefs, some ways of seeing things have started to be challenged, but now we're going to go full bloom from June 28th all the way through December 3rd in having like this review of what we believe about things. Especially Neptune has to do a lot with our spirituality, our awareness of that kind of dreamy type world as well. And get used to that emotion and that feeling as we revisit that, because we actually it goes direct on December 3rd, but then we go into the post shadow of that, which means that we kind of have a review of the things that we wanted to change all the way up until like March 10th, which is very interesting because Neptune, we start to go kind of head forward, but then we kind of start going to a halt and drifting backward again because we go back in to retrograde June 30th of next year, and we stay in that all the way until December 24th of next year, the 2023, and we'll be in the post shadow of that all the way until March 27th of 2024. So this challenging of looking at the way we see things is going to be a huge theme for the next, year and a half, right? So just get used to it. Once we understand that this is the energy that's out there, then we can deal with it differently because we know why it's happening. We don't feel as out of water, which makes sense with everything going on in the world, with all these truths that are coming out around political things and, everything everywhere. All of us have been having like this challenge of what do I believe? Because we're hearing different stories from all over the place, and it really starts having you wonder, what is truth? All these capital T truths of the heavenly realm, we're wanting to grasp for that because all the small t truths of the human world seem to be fluctuating and flying all over the place and even contradicting each other. So there is this call for a capital T truth that's so much more. I always say that the small t truths are those that are rooted in the conditional love of the human side, but the capital T truths of the heavenly realm are those that are rooted in unconditional love. So we're going to be having this little fluctuation and this pointing towards ourselves to find out what within our soul do we believe, instead of listening to the popular opinion of the humans and the outside world. So we're going to dive in to your weekly reading just to see what is going to be coming about from this sparking of energy and see what the Creator wants you to know. So we'll jump into your sign right now. Alrighty, all your Cancer signs, this is your weekly energy update, and we're going to start off by pulling a card here from the Shaman's Dream Oracle and just see what energies the Creator wants you to know about regarding all this Neptune review. And of course, the new moon is in your sign, Cancer sign, so some beautiful new emotions coming your way. All right, so for our Cancer signs, what do you want them to know about this energy of change, this energy? Oh, okay. Nope, they said not all those. Butterfingers. All right, they do want this one right here, though. And you've got mindful groupthink. And that is card number 40. What a beautiful card, though. Love all the colors in there. Let's see what energies come with this. So keeping a clear mind, also hurtful thoughts, and like it says, groupthink. The human mind can be so many things. It can be a prison, a latrine, a circus, a temple, a cave. It can be a place of restriction or a place of never-ending expansion. Right now, be careful of where you wander in your mind. The quality of your thoughts is key, as you're in a fertile time for full manifestation. You want to ensure that the seeds you plant will sprout and flourish into the life you seek to grow. Be mindful not to scatter weeds. It's easy to be influenced by others right now, too. Especially in our digital age, it's hard to protect yourself from the energy and the sheer amount of information bombarding you 24/7. If you allow all the fear and uncertainty to pollute your mind and emotions, you will fill yourself up with this negativity and then see more of it in the outer world. Stay out of gossip and other forms of groupthink, for when you cut another person down to their level due to their perceived mistakes or limit them by your envy, you activate lack for yourself. Wow, yeah. So fill yourself with thoughts of plenty. Imagine your universe unfettered by scarcity and alive with abundant hope and goodness. Be mindful of what your mind is full of and keep the faith. Good brings more good. Love, more love. Gratitude, more things to be grateful for. Yeah, definitely. I love this message here. We kind of talked a little bit about, that Neptune energy is about challenging and looking at our beliefs and realizing that so many of the things we take on are the popular opinions of the outside world, or so we think, and we don't really know what's going on. We're taking on all those small t truths of the outside world and that human world as our truths. But this is all about taking a step back, watching what you're allowing come in. What are you filling your mind full of, right? What are you allowing? What are you watching? Are you watching all the news and all the opinion? News these days is almost like opinion shows anyway, right? So it's all this opinion from the outside world, and it's like, come into your mind, come into your heart, and find what you are focusing on, because whatever you're focusing on is what is growing. And every second is a choice between two things, right? It's like the Native American story about a grandfather chief was talking to his grandchild and told his grandchild that within every human there is a white wolf and a dark wolf, one of unconditional love and one of fear. And they're constantly battling. And the grandchild asked the grandfather, well, who wins? And he said, whichever one you feed. So paying attention to whatever we're focusing on is what is growing in our life. Like I said, Focusing on love brings love and expands love. Focusing on gratitude expands things to be grateful for in your life instead of focusing on lack and those things. We are going to dig a little deeper and pull some tarot here as well. We'll see what else they want you to know about this energy. What is your mind full of, right? It can be full of a lot of things. So, what else would you like our Cancer signs to know, please? Okay. All right. So, we've got these 4 here. We'll start with this one, and you do have the 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups. Cups are emotions. This is your water element, so this is totally your spectrum in your realm. The 8 of Cups is about what you are ready to let go of. You have all these caged emotions, all these charged emotions that are bouncing around inside, and they're spawned by the thinking, everything that we're focusing on. And you are looking at going, okay, what am I ready to let go of? And I love the way they have it here because you have them all trapped, but you can open up the cage door and you get to choose what you're going to let go and free your heart from feeling. And the 8s are also about moving to a new level as well. And of course, with it being emotions, you are ready to step up to a new level of your emotional, I want to say emotional state, but your emotional beingness. A lot of these charged emotions that have been bouncing around are things that maybe you haven't allowed yourself to feel. And so feeling them and releasing them, allowing them to flow and fly free, instead of keeping them caged and bottled up, because eventually that cage is so full there's no room for any more, right? And when you're trying to stuff another one in, some escape and fly away. So definitely you're ready for this movement to a new level in your emotional process. And then you have card number 17, which would be the Star card. So this is about hope. This is definitely about finding this higher place within you too. I know that, especially with this emotions, and it was talking about all this thoughts and these beliefs and what's been filling you up, there is this hopelessness that has been bouncing all around, the world for probably decades, but really has come to a point with everything that's been going on throughout the world with, diseases and wars and unrest and politically and racial and all sorts of things. It's like, we're ready for some hope. We're ready to see things from this higher perspective. It's very much the Aquarian card. And the Aquarian energy brings in this feeling of the old ways of doing things is not working for us anymore. And this is the dawning of the age of Aquarius that we've entered into, which is in perfect, kind of unison with this Neptune retrograde, because this retrograde is having you question your spiritual beliefs, your beliefs about humanity and things as well. And so this is coming in here, letting you know that when you're able to connect from this higher perspective, when you transform your energy into one of focusing on what you want in life instead of what you don't, that's what's going to grow. So when you focus on the hopelessness, that's what's expanding in your life, and that's how you're seeing the world. When you start focusing on hope, then that's what expands in your life, and that's how you start seeing the world. So this is a beautiful combination here. Let's see what else we got. You have the devil, which in this case looks like almost like an evil carrot. But this is not something to be afraid of. What the message that comes with the devil card, it's like Dr. Evil from the Austin Powers series for me. It brings this feeling to us, this information to us on what it is that is making us feel trapped, a lot like this cage. Sometimes the devil card might even show someone in a cage, but there's no cage door on it. And what this represents is it's your shadow side. It's a piece of us that is showing us all those thoughts and those beliefs that have been making us feel trapped and limited. A lot of times they'll show like the devil card with the people standing in it have a loose chain around their neck that they could really just take off and walk away. Or the grip that the devil has on those chains is just laid across his hand. It's not a tight grip. It's like this. It could just slide right off. And when I mentioned like the Dr. Evil and Austin Powers, Dr. Evil would catch Austin Powers. Dr. Evil, of course, is the villain. Austin Powers is the spy, the international man of mystery. And he would get caught by Dr. Evil like every show. And Dr. Evil would just spill his guts on the plan on how he was going to take over the world. And of course, Austin Powers would escape and then foil the plan. And so that's what the devil card represents, is you are being brought forward in not some subtle ways to your face, the things that are making you fear, the things that are making you feel restricted and small and blinded. But then the shadow winks at you and nudges, going, all right, this is what's keeping you trapped, so now you can escape now, wink wink, nudge nudge, right? And so you're being brought, this whole Neptune energy is that you're being brought the things that are illusions, these false realities that have been making you feel small and restricted, and now you're seeing, wait a minute, this isn't holding up. They're starting to fall apart as you connect to this energy and start to really look at things. So I'm loving that. And then your final card here, you actually have the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is very powerful. Wands is your drive, your ambition, your inspiration, your energy, and it's your spiritual energy too. And with the King being at the very top of the suit, this represents the highest spiritual energy that you can experience. For this reading, this represents your higher self. So regardless if you're a male or female or how you identify, you have this divine, kingly connection to your higher self, which makes total sense that is what helps bring in this awareness as you connect to those higher truths, the capital T truths of the spiritual world, which allows you to see the small t truths of the human world for the falsities that they are, the illusion that it is, because these are all rooted in fear, the fight or flight of the human mind. Whereas when you connect to the higher realm, you are a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. You hold the power instead. And yeah, I love this, that the little dragon comes out from underneath, from inside of you. And this is like the fear. This is what you're fearing, but you're so much more powerful than that. So I love this energy that's coming in here for you for this reading. And then we're also, for your last card for this week's energy, we're going to pull from this Gentle Creatures Wisdom deck and just see what else. Creator and Spirit would like you to know about this energy of this week. One more time. All right, so for our Cancer signs, what would you like them to know? What else for this energy? Okay, they do want this one right here. And you've got Daybreak. Yes. It's like after a dark night of the soul, here comes the hope we talked about, right? Beautiful card there, and we'll put that right here. And let me see what else they want to say from this card. So it says, daybreak dawns as the adventurers prepare for another day. Birds take off to show them the way for today's journey. It is time to face a new set of challenges, right? They understand that the way they begin isn't actually the way they must end. For them, they avoid locking themselves into someone else's patterns. Should they have an argument in the morning and hold on to that until nightfall? No, this group understands that our days are not run by hot words. Rather, the way they go forward offers them chances to grow even more. So they welcome the soft glow of this new day, promising one another that the most urgent thing is to tackle obstacles, to move beyond rather than lug more baggage around. Challenge yourself to start each day as a promise rather than a problem. I love that focus of that energy, a promise instead of the problem, right? And this luggage that you're carrying around is your old emotions, the old resentments, the old fears. And with this connection to your higher self, you really are understanding a new way of thinking. Whatever you're focusing on is what is growing. So I love this mentioning here about focusing on the promise instead of the problem. So love this energy for you for this week. If you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these weekly energy updates, I also put out like monthly readings for each zodiac sign and a few other types of videos throughout the month. And if you don't want to miss out on any of those and be notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button, also click the subscribe button, and that gives you access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, if you select the all option, then you'll be notified of any new videos that come out on my channel. Also, doing those things helps spread the love and also helps my channel grow in significant ways, because when you like a video, share a video, comment on a video, and especially subscribing to the channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so excited it wants to share the videos of this channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, I'm very grateful for that. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information for your specific life, I do offer personal readings at a reasonable price, and all that information is listed in the description box below. All right, all you mighty Cancer signs, as you go through this amazing week of your new moon, please know every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things, and of course, I love you too. You have an amazing week. I'll be talking with you very soon. And in the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.